Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, and none other than Cam Newton.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, he just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I better raise my voice a little bit here because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
This is brought in at the 21. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick of the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
Well, we've hit that bittersweet week of the NFL season, haven't we? The last week of the regular season, week 17. Come on, Brandon. Can he win the MVP? Can he do it here in this last game?
Well, he's got to make a strong impression here in the final week. It's an interesting race. My MVP ballot is at the top of my email right now, and I'm not voting until we've seen all the games here today.
I like that. I respect a man that waits until the season is over, doesn't turn it in early. I think if he has a big game here and gets a little bit of help, maybe other guys don't play as well, he's got a great shot.
Now Ryan, and he whips that one incomplete there. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw again is Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And some room to work. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
On third down, Ryan found his target. It's Anderson. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Now Ryan. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The numbers for him from a week ago: 3 catches, 63 yards.
Third in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
On second down, Ryan. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches. And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game. Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us? Absolutely. With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And this certainly confirms all the chatter, how big of a final weekend this is for the moment. The 6th seed is theirs, but it'll take a victory to officially lock that down. I hear the excitement in your voice about this. A little nervousness, both ways. Either way, but you know, I've never met a player who didn't go into a game with a little bit of nervousness and played well and didn't play well. Because, look, if you go in without that edge, and to this game has an edge to it, doesn't it? Then you're really not going to perform that well. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line? I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback. On second down, Anderson. And an alley to run. And Bulldog C.J. Anderson. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Carolina. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone. I think they won the leverage game, didn't they? Yes. Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Gets past one man. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot. And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick.
because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now Ryan on second down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. 19 on the last play, 19 more here, and another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. K1 short with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners, they gave up a lot of big plays.
Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where it came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in a run game. No gain.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
C.J. Anderson, and he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 11-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Newton on first down. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And he puts it through. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
And then that's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Now Ryan on 1st down. And Anderson's got it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on 2nd down. Ryan going right side here, and that's complete. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole 2nd half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing each and every week as long as he continues to run like that. Sometimes it's that simple.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Again, Anderson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
To throw is Ryan. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw, and that is incomplete. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they said the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. And in week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defense. Oh, they get to the football ball. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Around the NFL, meanwhile, we could have a big surprise coming out of Tampa. And it's the Bucs who are leading that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Anderson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They run it again with Anderson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Down right around the 25. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And Godot's kick is right through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep him within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you want one. You'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to. The big thing, though, is clinching one of those early byes and able to sit and get a little rest as the playoffs begin.
He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air. I
agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26, powering his way forward. Terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, let's go.
On second down, here's Ryan. And he fires one incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And now it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. The 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. Dances by him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're going to get this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw again is Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Coleman. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on 1st down. Ryan. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing again, Ryan. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 10 seconds to go. Ryan will throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win...